Hi friends, today I want to tell you about an important and interesting thing, that is fighting antimicrobial resistance with insect based livestock feed. So, first of all, we see what is livestock production. It is a process of raising and managing the domesticated animals for various purposes, primarily for food, and other things like labor, fiber, etc. Example: buffaloes, cows, cattle, goat, sheep, poultry, etc. So, what's the matter? Actually, traditional livestock production is having severe environmental consequences and concerns like high greenhouse gas emissions, extensive land and water use, and risk of fostering antimicrobial resistance. So nowadays in this busy world also people are so health conscious, and demand for nutritious food is more. In order to reach the demand, the supply also should be more, but it should be sustainable also. So to improve the production of livestock and sustainable maintenance of supply chain of livestock, scientists came up with a new alternative for antibiotics called insect based feed. So literally, animal husbandry is accounted for more than half of use of antibiotics in the world, and it is expected to increase also in future. So why farmers use antibiotics in this livestock production means to treat diseases, to increase the growth, to increase the productivity. And when we use antibiotics excessively, it leads to antimicrobial resistance, means it will become resist to antimicrobes, resist to microbes. So and when these antibiotics used in livestock production, these antibiotics traces will be left behind in the intestinal environment of livestock. So when these livestock exposed to soil and water, and humans will be exposed to those soil and water, especially people working in agriculture, will see so many problems. That's why in the world the cases and deaths related to this antibiotic resistance infections are increasing, and increased by 10 million by 2050. So we have to take care about that. So when the demand for protein increases, especially from the animal origin increases, and it leads to increase the farming practices intensively, and ultimately farmers will use uh, unnecessary and insufficient unnecessary antibiotics to increase the growth and production. So those antibiotics are not good for health. So farmers are tend to use that, and most of the countries most of the countries this antibiotics usage is unregulated. So and type and frequency of antibiotic usage and consumption is also varies among the continents. It based on socio-economic conditions, regional demand, uh, production, farming systems, and national legislative frameworks also. Example: TCN, tylosin, and chloramphenicol. These are types of antibiotics used in animal livestock production. So when humans exposed to these type of antibiotics, as I mentioned above, it may lead to kidney diseases, cancers, types of anemias, etc. And so, because of this reason, ICAR, uh, Indian Council for Agricultural Research, came up with a new alternative instead of this antibiotics uses, that is insect based livestock feed for the shrimp and other aquaculture production, etc. And uh, I think 40 countries, around 40 countries have accepted this alternative method in their livestock as their livestock feed. And it includes that insect based feed we told, no, those insects include house flies, compost worm, grasshoppers, black soldier flies, etc. So if we see what are the pros if we use insect based feed for livestock production, that is it is nutritious and healthy for the livestock also, and humans also. It is so healthy when they take livestock as a food, and it is healthy, nutritious, and good sources of fat, proteins, and micronutrients like zinc, calcium, and iron. And it is sustainable, less cost of production, and emits less greenhouse gases. And also it will in a less time period we can produce, the production of insects will be more. Finally, the benefit to cost ratio is more. This is the new alternative found by scientists, and ICAR is also still working on it, and trying to sign MOUs with other institutes to raise the awareness and to pass the message. I hope it will be helpful. It will, we can see some change in the farmers to use these insects instead, to use insects as a feed instead of these antibiotics. If you understand anything, if you understand what I told, please comment in the comment box. If you feel that I have missed something and I have gone something wrong, somewhere wrong, please comment in the comment box. Thank you.